Hey, I'm back, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Grand Rising, Rich Rising. Happy new day. We lift our hands in the sanctuary. Hey, we lift our hands to give him the glory. Hey, we lift our hands to give him the praise. Y'all, early morning, y'all know I gotta come through. I got a little song on me every single morning, man. But I'm gonna tell y'all my favorite song right now is CeCe Winans. My favorite song right now, Ashley, I cannot lie, is CeCe Winans, man. That song does it for me like none other, okay? That is my jam. Hey, Takesha, how you doing this morning? That is my jam. Whenever that part come on, when it says, your goodness is running after me, baby, that part right there, when she starts singing that part, it just takes me to a whole nother place, baby. Soon as that part come on, I'm like, oh my God, that's it right there. Listen, I'm telling you, 'cause all my life you have been faithful. That, oh my God. And all my life you have been so good. Oh man, that's my jam. That's my jam. I'm telling y'all, I can listen to that song on repeat over and over and over again, on repeat over and over and over again, because it touches my heart like none other. That is like my favorite song that's out right now. I'm telling y'all. So if y'all have not heard that, it's CeCe Winans' goodness, the goodness of God. If y'all have not heard CeCe Winans' goodness of God, yes, please make sure y'all check it out. When I tell you, I absolutely love that song. That man. That goodness is running after me is the part that gets me every single time, y'all. I can't take it. As soon as that part come, here come the tears. As soon as that part hit, they go to tears. I cannot help it. That is like, yeah, man. It is like my favorite of all favorites. I just want to go over a little bit of what we talked about yesterday, guys. What we've been talking about this week is coming out, right? That's been the topic of the week, and I told you guys already. I said we're going to be talking about this all week. I'm coming out. I'm coming out. I'm coming out. I'm coming out. And honestly, it doesn't matter to me what it is that you're coming out of, right? I just need for you to know that you can come out of it. It doesn't matter how deep or how long that you feel like, oh yeah, well, I've been this long time coach, and I don't know if it's a way for me to get out of this, and I don't know if it's a way for me to turn this loose. I'm going to say this to you. Thank you so much, Krista, for that CA this morning. I'm going to say this to you real quick. You can walk out of whatever it is that you want to walk out of. The hardest part of anything is getting started, right? The hardest part of anything is getting started. When you're at the beginning stages of that thing, that's what's hard, because you've never done it before. It's brand new to you, and because it's unfamiliar. Understand me. And what keeps you stuck is that spirit of fear, because you're afraid of what you don't know. Understand me. So you thinking, man, I want to walk away from it. I want to let go of it. I want to create something different for my life, but I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying, about the outcome. But if you see what you already in, if you see what you already in, if you see what it is that you already dealing with in your life, baby, you listen, anything got to be better than this. That's how I look at the situation. When I'm looking at my life and I'm looking at what it is that I'm going through already in life, I look at it and say, well, I already know what this gonna give me, because I'm already here, right? When I'm already in a situation, already dealing with something, I already know that this is what this got to give. So I guess what I do? I push myself to try something different. You never know how successful you can be until you try. You don't know what you can accomplish until you try. You don't know what you're capable of until you try. And I'm gonna go a step further and say you don't even know what your real strengths are until you try. A lot of you guys have gifts and you have talents and you have things that's inside of you that you don't even know is there, because you've never really taken the time to sit back and really evaluate yourself. You've never taken the time to really get to know yourself. You know who your mama say that you are. You know who your daddy say that you are. You know who your teachers say that you are. You know who the people around you in your community, you know who they say that you are, but you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. You pick these things up from things that other people have said to you, and now once you adapt, once you accepted those things, accepted them as truths, then you started to respond to those things that they told you. Understand me? But if you was to sit back for a second to really say, hey, what is it that Lily want, right? What is it that Lily want out of life? What is it that Lily really want to do with her life? What is it that Danielle want to do with her life? Am I really happy in this situation? Do I really enjoy this type of living? You know, come on, let's be real. Tina, what is it that I enjoy? What is my favorite pastime? If I was to take away everything that everybody else have ever told me about myself, can I say who I am? And it's a lot of people that are in big ages right now that cannot say that. Because they've spent their whole entire life trying to be what everybody else wanted them to be. They wanted to be what everybody else told them that they were. Right? And you have to understand that this is your life. And everybody's not going to accept what it is that you want to do in your life. Everybody's not going to appreciate it. Some folk going to get mad at you. Some people going to talk down on you. Some folk going to discredit you. Some folk going to really raise up as your opposition. And they're going to go from being people that you love more than anything to all of a sudden being your biggest hater. Understand? Yeah, I'm just being real to you. I'm being real with you right now. When you're on your spiritual journey, when you're on your healing journey, I need for you to understand that sometime your biggest fan, understand me, your biggest fan will become your biggest hater. That's reality right there. Understand, throw some red ink on that right there. On your spiritual journey, this is what you have to be prepared for. Sometimes, hey Sean, how you doing, sweetheart? Sometimes your biggest fan is going to become your biggest hater. Understand me, they was your fan. There was somebody that you kicked it with. That was your bestie when you was out there doing everything, throwing your life away, not serious about your life, not serious about your growth in your development, operating with no type of morals and whatnot, just getting toe up every single day. Understand me, just misusing your finances and doing all this wild stuff, right? Wild living, right? When you was doing that, that was your bestie. Y'all was locked in together. They loved you more than anything. But the moment that you decided that you wanted more out of your life, right? That you wanted to do more in your life, that you wanted to be more in your life, then the person that was your biggest fan can become your biggest hater. Some folk only like you for as long as you right there with them. As long as we right here together, as kicking it together, then everything is happy, happy, joy, joy. But if you decide to move from right here, if you decide to really start growing and you really get serious about your life, then I want you to know, I don't want that. What you're saying, some folk don't want help. Understand me, you're going to encounter some folks on this journey that simply do not want the help, and that is okay. Leave them right there where they are. Everybody's not going to see it how you see it. It's going to be some folk that they don't want to go no further than where they are. They've already accepted that this right here, what I got, this is all that I'm going to have. What it is that I'm doing right now, this is all that I'm going to do. They've already accepted that. But just because that's what they accepted in their life does not mean that that's what you have to accept in yours. Just because they decide that I'm going to follow the family tradition or the family generational curses and I'm going to continue to do what everybody else in the family have done does not mean that that's what you got to do. I need for folk to understand that. Have your own identity, and it's okay for you to stand even if it's you by yourself. It's okay to be the black sheep. It's okay to be, it's okay to be the black sheep. It's okay to be the stand out. It's okay for you to be the one that everybody just, we don't deal with them like that. That's okay. Understand me. I want you to learn how to embrace that, because the moment that you see that I am the black sheep, I am the one that's on the outside or whatever, guess what also come with that? Guess what also come with that? That means that I ain't got to deal with nobody. Peace comes with that. Guess what also comes with that? Peace. Baby, yeah, because I'm the outcast, because I'm the black sheep, because they feel such a way about me, they don't reach out to me, they don't talk to me. I'm about to shift your perspective. Watch this right here. Wait, give me a minute, Lady Suge. Lady Suge, I got you. Hold on a second. Watch me shift your perspective, because you've been looking at being a black sheep. You've been looking at that being the black sheep. You've been looking at that and from the negative all of this time because you wanted to be included. You've been looking at it all of this time saying that I wasn't accepted by them, and you was looking at it from a negative standpoint, and that's exactly where the enemy wants you to look at it from a negative standpoint, because if he gets you to look at it from a negative standpoint, then you will what? You will get stuck. You will get what's the word? Stuck. If you look at it from a negative standpoint, then you will get stuck. You will be stagnant. You will be stifled. You will be sitting right there because your attention will be focused on, I want to be accepted by them. I want to be included. I want them to love me. I want them to embrace me the way that they embraces everybody else. And when you get to that, you won't move. You won't grow. You won't evolve. And guess what the enemy is doing? He's winning right there. But if you flip that mental switch and you look at this thing and say, I enjoy being the outcast. I enjoy being the black sheep. I enjoy being the one that's on the outside. Why? Because that means I don't have to deal with none of their drama. I don't have to deal with none of their chaos. I don't have to deal with their generational curses. I don't have to deal with them calling my phone, texting my phone, reaching out to me. I'm on the outside of things. Understand me, which gives me a whole clean slate. Flip that switch. This is why mental health spaces matter. Yeah. You have, come on. Thank you, Gigi McGrose. Can we get 4 more badges? 4 more badges on the gram real quick. Let's get 4 more badges on the gram. Y'all help Gigi out over there. I just want to be real. This is why mental health spaces matter. Understand me. This is why you have to be in environments and connected to folk that'll help you flip your switch. Because see, sometimes your switch, you know, even in a safety box, if you got one of those boxes, right? You got the box on the side of your house. And when you have the box on the side of your house, you have all these switches out there, right? All of these switches is connected to the wires. The wires are ran all throughout your house, right? All throughout your house, you got these wires. Thank you so much, Melalicious. We need 3 more badges on the gram. You got all these wires that are ran all throughout your house, right? And you got that one box that sits right there that hold everything. And sometimes, right, sometimes you ain't did nothing but turn on all the stuff that you got on in the house. You ain't did nothing, right? You ain't went over there and hit the switch on your own. None of that, right? But what happens? That switch unknowingly will flip, right? Thank you, Purple Flowers 93, right? It'll switch on its own because you didn't overpowered it. You didn't put too much pressure on it. You didn't turn on one too many things in the house. And what happens when you do that? The switch, you have to go back outside and you have to flip that switch. You have to go back outside. You have to do what? You have to flip that switch. And then what you do is you go in the house and whatever it is, you're like, we got to unplug some of this stuff. Why? Because it's drawing way too much energy. It's to make the switch flip outside. So whatever it is you got going on, turn that off until we get finished with this here. So what am I saying to you is that sometimes you're going to have folk around you that's not afraid to go outside and help you flip that switch. This is why community matters. This is why being in the right tribe matter. This is why being in the right friend group matter. This is why being surrounded by the right type of chosen family, because it don't always have to be blood family, but the right type of folk that love you enough to do what? Flip your switch. Tifa, you better flip my switch. If you ever see my switch over there not on the right side, I'm telling you right now, as my best friend, your job is to flip my switch. I'm trying to tell you, you got to have folk around you that don't mind flipping your switch. Period. Come on now. Chandra, appreciate the CA, baby. You have to have some folk around you. This is the season that we're in right now, Latoya. You got to have folk in your life that'll flip your switch. If your therapist won't flip your switch, get another one. If your coach won't flip your switch, you better get another one. If your sister and your brother, they're afraid to flip your switch because they don't want to hurt your feelings. They don't want to piss you off. They don't want you to get mad and not talk to them for a couple of days. I'm flipping the switch. I'll talk to you on Wednesday, boo-boo. Hello, get mad all you want as long as you get it together. That's all that matter to me. Have an attitude, face be balled up, let the tears roll down, do whatever you got to do as long as you do better. Love me enough to hold me accountable. Love the folk in your life enough to hold them accountable. People that love you, I'm talking about really love you. Folk that really love you, they're not going to let you run your head into a brick wall. Folk that genuinely love you, that care about you, they don't care nothing about your attitude. They don't care nothing about your attitude. They don't care nothing about your mood. They're going to get you together right there where you stand. Understand me. They're going to get you right. Appreciate you so much for the badge. I cannot pronounce that name, but I appreciate you. I want you to know that they're going to get you together right there where you stand. Why? Because you're not finna be walking beside me with that big old knot upside your head. You have to hold your people accountable. You have to flip that switch. If you look for the negative in things, you're going to always find the negative in things. If you're walking around and your mind is set on negativity day in and day out, then that's exactly what you're going to produce, a negative outcome. Everything that is negative going to always find its way right over there to you. Whatever it is that the mind is focused on is what is going to produce more of. Whatever it is that the mind is focused on is what is going to do what? Produce more of. So if you are focused on negativity, then you're going to produce more negativity in your life. When your mind is focused on negative and you speak negative and your aura is negative, then what happens? All the negative energies, the negative spirits that surround you, it's right there too. They found a host. Come on. Let's talk spiritual warfare. They found a host. They found something to latch on to. You like, I ain't even called them for that. They called me. I ain't even reach out for them for that. They reached out to me. Yeah, you need to rid yourself of that negative spirit. Understand me. They called you because they know that you like that type of carrying on. They reached out to you because they know that you will sit there and listen. Understand me. They called you, they text you, they inboxed you because they know that you like that type of drama. You like that type of chaos. You like that type of mess. Understand me. The reason why they ain't called sister so-and-so because they know sister so-and-so would have shut it down at the door. They didn't call brother so-and-so because they know brother so-and-so would have got them together right there where they stand, would have looked them directly in their face and told them, did you offer to help them? If you don't talk about them if you're not going to help them. If you're not going to go outside of your way to make a sacrifice to help them get right, ain't no need to have no conversation about it. Why? Because life is already hard. How many times I got to tell y'all that? Life is already hard. Ain't nobody out here got no type of room, no type of place to try to judge nobody, to try to bash nobody, to try to humiliate or shame nobody right now. We all trying to keep our head above water. We're all trying to make sure that we stay on top. We all got to be out here on our P's and our Q's. We all got to be out here crossing T's and dotting I's. This right here, this is serious business, baby. Understand me. Ain't nobody got no time to be pointing the finger at other folk and ha and all of that, judging other folk. No, you ain't in that type of position, sweetheart. Serious business. They called you because they know that you would go with it. They called you, they reached out to you because they know that you would go with it. Understand me. And sometimes you don't realize that. And that's the reason why we're having this conversation right now today. Sometimes you don't realize the spirits that you carry. So what do? God put you in positions, in places. You're not here by happenstance. You're not here by coincidence. This is divine order. You're here and you're watching this video and listening to this content right now today because this is where God placed you for a word for your life, a word for your spirit. So what I need you to do, grab your ink pen. Grab your black ink pen, your red ink pen. Make sure you got your highlighter and your notebook. Understand me, because it's going to go down. We already know it's going to go down. There's more. We got some more going on, right? So I need for you to understand that this is how these things happen. Everything is always going to be lined up exactly how it's supposed to be lined up every single time. What's for one person may not be for another. The way one person sees something, another person might not see that thing. Understand me. So just going over from yesterday's notes, if you got your ink pens out, if you wasn't here yesterday, grab it out. Let's go. The first note that I gave y'all yesterday is that God is going to always have the last laugh. I don't care what you're going through in your life right now. I don't care how bad you might think that it is, how far gone you think that you might be, and all the mistakes that you made. Ain't nobody counting the mistakes but you. Understand me. He throws them into the sea of forgetfulness, never to come back again. Understand me, once it's done, once you've repented, once you moved on from that, that's the end of that. That's a wrap on that. Once you already done went before God, that's the end of that. God gonna always have what? The last laugh. He can bring you out of wherever it is that you are at. And you ain't got to be embarrassed. You ain't got to be ashamed. You ain't got to be humiliated by nothing or nobody. Understand me, because once God does what he does in your life, it's going to be undeniable. Last laugh, baby. It's going to be undeniable. Even though they want to say something negative about you, they can't. Even though they want to judge you, they want to laugh and they want to have, they can't. They can't. Why? Because when God moves in your life, he moves in a way, understand me, that is so grand, in a way that is so grand, that is so spectacular, that's so huge. Understand me, that they can't even focus on who you used to be, because this new person is so big. It's like, oh my God, I remember, but my God, look at them right now. They can't even formulate sentences to really put together for the old you, because the new you is so different. And not only that, they have to stop talking about the old you. Why? Because everything that's about who you are right now, it humbles that. It shuts that all the way down. Understand me, nobody don't even want to hear about that. Child, I don't want to hear nothing about none of that, because all I know is the person that I know right now, the person that I have seen, the person that I've been experiencing. It's nothing like how you're talking about that right there, right? And guess what folk do? They stop talking about it. Why? Because people, your actions is making them a liar. Not your words, but your actions start to make them a liar. And that's how you have to move. That's what I mean when I tell you guys, your actions speak louder than words. You don't have to go over there and have a bunch of conversations with folk. You ain't got to continuously go outside your way to try to prove nothing for folk. All you got to do is follow your assignment. All you got to do is stay connected with the Most High and allow him to do what he's going to do in your life. Understand me? He says you know him by the fruit. Understand me? You know him by what? By the fruit. Understand me? You know him by the what? The results. All they have to do is see the results. Less talk, more results. God gonna make sure you get the last laugh. God gonna, come on. I'm just going over this right here, this quick summary. Yeah, God gonna always make sure you get the last laugh. He gonna get the last laugh every single time. Let your results speak for you. Understand me, your results is gonna say things that your words cannot say. If you over there having conversations with folk, let me tell you something real quick. When you put yourself over there having conversations with folk, you're putting yourself in a situation where you can cause yourself a little bit more damage. Understand me? Well, Coach, why would you say that? Because the moment that you start engaging with the enemy, understand me, he slides you into, without you knowing, he slides you into a negotiation type of thing, right? The moment, like before you start talking to the enemy, before you start talking to that negative individual, before you start engaging in conversation, exchanging dialogue with that individual that you know is always looking for the wrong, always looking for the bad in something, that's always complaining about something, before you say something to them, right? You are happy, joy about everything that you got going on. You super excited about everything that you got going on. I'm talking about you ready to share it. You ready to do it. You ready to do everything that you done planned out, and your energy is all the way through the roof. And then guess what happened? You get right on over there with that Debbie Downer, right on over there with that complaining Cindy, that pity party Patty. You get right on over there, and now you're engaging in that dialogue with them. This is the danger of conversation. This is why God says what? Keep your conversations light, baby. Yes and no, and keep it right on moving. Don't have no long conversations with these folks, because they will do what? You over there happy, joy, and you get over there and you having a conversation with them, and by the time you walk away from there, now you're questioning everything it was that you were so excited about. Now you're questioning that. Right now you over there and you didn't allow that spirit of doubt to slide right on into your plan. You wasn't even doubtful at first. Thank you so much, Tina Harris. You wasn't even doubtful at first. Your energy was through the roof. You was excited about it. Now everybody looking at you like, who dimmed your light? Be quiet. This is a season of silence. This is a season of silence. God is going to get the last laugh. Understand me. God is going to always get the last laugh. This is a season of silence. Understand me. Because I'm going to tell you, they waiting. They waiting to talk you out of your blessing. They waiting to finesse you. They waiting to bamboozle you. They waiting to hoodwink you. They waiting to steal your spot right on over there from you. Understand me. Because the moment that you allow that spirit of doubt to come in, then guess what follows that spirit of doubt? That spirit of stagnation. That spirit of stagnation. Once that spirit of doubt enters inside of you, I want you to know, follow this. Put this in your notes. Don't just be looking at me. Write Right, put it in your notes. Understand me. Once that spirit of doubt have already made its entrance, once that spirit of doubt have come up in there, and Amanda, guess what follows that spirit of doubt? That spirit of stagnation. Hello, let's be real, because now you're unsure about what you're gonna do. Now you're not sure if it's gonna work or not. Now you're afraid, right? And I don't know if it's gonna do what I thought it was gonna do. So now you won't make a move because you're unsure. Because you're unsure, and I don't know if it's going to work how I want it to work, so I think I'm going to take a month off. I think I'm going to take 2 months off, or maybe I'll take a year off to see if I can really go ahead and prepare myself. Why? That ain't nothing but your fear speaking. Once that spirit of doubt enters, it drags its twin with it. And that's going to be that spirit of stagnation. Understand me? That now you're stagnant. Now you're stagnant. And when you stagnant, you know what you're doing, right? You're just deteriorating. Understand me right there. You slowly falling apart. Understand me. Oh, come on, talk to me nice. What you say, coach? You slowly falling apart. Once that spirit of doubt enters, it brings along with it that spirit of stagnation. And that spirit of stagnation, you just standing there slowly falling apart. You know how many people, because I believe in a good old illustration, because sometimes y'all be trying to play with the teaching. So let me learn you something. You know how we know that this is to be true? Because it's a lot of people right now that took a year off and never went back. Understand me? It's a lot of people that took a month off. It was supposed to have been 30 days. And now here it is, a whole 30 years. And they said, yeah, well, I ended up doing this. Why? Because the moment that you were supposed to go back, you had another thing happen, and then another thing happened, and then another thing happened, and then another thing happened, and then guess what? You never got around to doing that thing that you were supposed to be doing. You allowed the enemy to pull you off of course. 30 years. You've been 30 years over there doing stuff you ain't got no business doing. You've been over there for 30 years working on an assignment that was not your assignment. You've been 30 years over there, understand me, moving and living in a way that you wasn't even created for. That ain't even your life that you live in. You live in somebody else's life. That's not even your struggle that you're struggling with. That's somebody else's struggle. That's not even your hurt that you're trying to heal. That's somebody else's hurt that you're trying to heal. That's not even your trauma that you're struggling with. That's somebody else's trauma that you over there struggling with. That's not even yours. Too deep, too deep. Too deep. This is what you do. It's Thursday. It's not Fiery Friday. Well, okay. God gonna always have the last laugh. You gotta chill out. You got new people coming to life. I don't want to run new people off. I just want you to know that God's gonna always have the last laugh. He's gonna always have the last laugh. Another note that I gave you guys yesterday was what? That God will turn a situation around right in front of the people that counted you out. The very people that counted you out. The very people that said that it would not happen for you. The very people that said that you would not make it, that there was no chance that you was going to be here. The very people that said that by the time you were 16 years old, you would have 5 or 6 kids, understand me, or that you would be somewhere strung out, or that you would be laid up in a hospital, a mental institution, or even in the grave. Right there in front of all of those people, God can do what? He can turn that situation right around right there. This is why he always said what? Yet listen, I'm going to have you eat in the presence of your enemies. He never said that you was going to eat in front of a bunch of folk that liked you. He never said that everybody that was at the table was going to be fans of yours or supporters of yours or investors of yours or people that was going to pat your back or stroke your ego. Understand me. He says you're going to eat, and when you eat, you're going to be eating in the presence of your enemy. And what you did not know was it's more people that you think, it's more people that don't want you to eat than people that do. Yeah, and some of the people that don't want you to eat, you better start looking around your table. Because just because you call them friend, just because you call them boo-boo and bun-bun, don't mean that ain't your biggest hater. Hey, come here now. Yeah, you sitting around the table and you don't even realize you sitting around a bunch of haters. Understand me? You don't even know that you just passed the bread to your biggest opposition. You don't even realize you just slid over the green beans over there to the one that can't wait to put the knife in your back. You don't even realize, understand me, that you just slid over the mashed potatoes with the gravy. You just slid that over there to the one that's right, that's really about to do you the dirtiest. Understand? You don't even know that. You don't even know that. You're not even aware of that. Understand me? He says in the presence of your enemies. This is what we know, right? Because a lot of us have already had the experience of, I did not see that coming because I'm so good to you. I did not see that coming. I would expect for you to do that to anybody, but I would have never thought that you would have done it to me because look how I've shown up in your life. Look at the way that I love you. Look at the way that I support you. Look at the way that I pour into you. Look at all the sacrifices that I have made for you. If you was going to do anybody dirty, I would have never in a million years thought it would have been me. A lot of us are surviving those situations right now. A lot of us right now looking cross-eyed, trying to figure out how in the world and why in the world would you try to bite the hand that's feeding you? Somebody that's willing to do all the things that I've done, go to the lengths that I've gone. You mean to tell me that you're going to turn around and this how you going to treat me? Sure will. That's what he's telling you. In the presence of your enemies, you're going to have to eat. This is why the Bible says, do not put your confidence in people. These mere mortals will let you down. This is why you're not supposed to idolize folks. Understand me, because they in the flesh and blood just like you. Yeah, understand me. So the same things that you struggle with, they struggle with those same struggles. The same things that you deal with, they deal with them same things. Understand me, on a regular basis. It's okay to have love for an individual. It's okay to support an individual. It's okay to do all of those things, but to idolize them, we cannot. Baby, yeah, that's why I don't even let my folk make a vision board at the beginning of the year that got anything on it that look like anything that's an idolization. They can't put cars on it. They can't put money on it. They can't put houses on it. They vision boards of self-building. Where do you want to go in your life? Your growth, your development, your mental health, your spiritual health, right? This is the things that they make their vision boards about. Them growing in Christ. Them, the only idol that they gonna have is Christ. That's it. They are to align their life with the word of God. That's who the head of each and every one of our lives. This is how you're supposed to operate. This is what you're supposed to be on every single day. This is not about flesh. Understand me. This is not about man at all. Is God going to be pleased with your life? Are you doing what God told you to do? Because that's what it's really about. Because man don't have heaven, nor do they have hell to place you. But God do. If you allow him to work through you. And you ain't got to wait until there's no breath in your body to experience it. What'd you say, Coach? Yeah, okay. I like to put that out there. I love to drop that out there, because some folk just think that they have to wait until they no longer have breath in their body to experience heaven, and don't understand that they can have heaven right here on earth if they are operating with that Christ conscious. If you're operating with Christ conscious and you're living your life for according to the purpose in which God created you, you can experience life, right? You can experience heaven right here on earth. Understand me? You can experience what? Heaven right here on earth. Everything will be going on how it's going on, and it will be going on around you, but it would not be going on to you. Understand me? It's going on around me. All these things are taking place around me, and guess what I'm doing? I'm surviving still. I'm thriving still. I'm happy still. I got joy still. I'm talking about river of living water still. Understand me? It can all be going on, but it won't be going on with me. There's exception attached to my name when you are in alliance. When you are in alliance, God can do what? He can turn a situation around right in front of the people that counted you out. It's something that just dropped in my spirit, and I know I've either read this or I've taught this before. I mean, I had to do both, because in order for me to teach it, I had to read it. But I don't know why this hit in my spirit, because I don't know the person's name, but I know that it's in there. Listen, y'all remember it was, I don't know who it was though. It was in the Bible. Like, I don't know. This is on me right now. So I just want to give it to y'all. Y'all, I want you to understand something, right? So when this note says God can turn a situation around right in front of the people that counted you out. Back in the Bible, I believe it was the Old Testament, when they was going through something, right? In the land, the land wasn't yielding any harvest, right? The land wasn't yielding no harvest. No harvest was coming at all. Nothing was happening in the land, and they were saying that the land was unalive. They were saying that the land had been plagued, that the land wasn't growing any of the crops, right? It wasn't, nothing happened with the crops. The land was just out of here. They said the land was just done for, right? And then this man that God instructed, he gave him the instructions. He said, go out and plant. And the matter of fact, the time that he told him to go out there and plant, it wasn't even in season. Y'all, I want y'all to hear me what I'm telling y'all now. I'll find the story later, but it wasn't even in season. It wasn't even in season for him to be out there planting nothing. And there was so many people that was out there, they was laughing at him, and they was picking at him, and they was saying, what you mean you gonna go out there and plant? plant right now. You're going to go out there and you're going to plant right now. If you go out there and plant right now, you do know that it ain't in season. You do know that the ground is unalive. The ground is not yielding any harvest. How is this going to work? I need for you to know that this is not going to work for you right now. I want Isaac. Come on. I knew it was somebody, but I couldn't put my hand on it, right? So now, are you asking me? Is it? I got to find out. Listen. So then he goes out there, right? He goes out there, and when he goes out there, right, he go ahead in spite of everything that everybody was doing, right? And she said it is Isaac. Okay, so in spite of everything that everybody was saying against that, you're right, against all odds, against the naysayers, against the Debbie Doubters, the complaining Cindy's, the pity party Patties, the Debbie Downers, in spite of all of those folks that's pointing and laughing and treating him the same way that they treated what? The same way they treated Noah, baby. They doing him the same exact way. But guess what happened? Because of his obedience. Guess what happened because of his alliance? Oh, she didn't when really found it. Genesis 26, 1 through 3 and 12 through 4. I tried to tell y'all, I know I be reading this stuff now. And that thing, but this is fresh off the press. Because I didn't have this note yet. I didn't have this story yesterday. This just hit me. It was just, listen, so what happened? What happened during that time, y'all? He went out there and he done it in spite of everything that everybody was saying. And I'm saying that to you. Understand me. Sometimes you just got to do it, baby. Put that in red ink this morning. We outside real bad right now because, like I said, this was not what I was supposed to be teaching. This was just given to me. And listen to me. Sometimes you just got to do it. You just got to do it in spite of what other folk is saying, in spite of what other folk think, in spite of what other folk feel, in spite of what their conversations is. Baby, sometimes you got to just go out there and you just got to do it. Trusting and believing that God is going to do exactly what he said that he was going to do. And remember, he says, I'm not a liar. My word is going to do exactly what I sent it out to do. As a matter of fact, he said, it won't return back to me until the mission is accomplished, until it do what I sent it to go and do, right? This is the promise that he made to us, Amanda. This is what he said in his word to us. Understand me. So this man is out there, despite that it's out of season, despite all the naysayers, and despite the fact that the ground is supposed to be unalive, he's out there throwing seeds on the ground. It also said they was in a famine. Come on now. What did you say? It was nothing doing nothing. It was nothing doing that time. Understand me, because the ground wasn't yielding. He went out there, divine order, following strict instructions. Understand, waiting for the appointed time. Understand me, why? Because God is always going to give you exactly what you need. And all you got to do is follow the strict instructions and wait for the appointed time. And as soon as it's time, he going to do his big one in your life. This is why you have to be patient. This is why you got to be locked in. Thank you, Michelle. This is why you got to be patient. This is why you got to be locked in. This is why you got to know that you know that you know that you know who you know, what you know about who you know. You got to know it. Hello, because you're going to be able to tell. People are going to be able to tell if you really know, who you say that you know, and if you believe who you say that you believe. They're going to know that already by the way that you respond to these situations, the way you show up. Understand me, it's not going to be with your lip service. It's not going to be about what you say. They're going to be watching your fruit. They're going to be watching your life. This man was an example of watch me work. Thank you, Melalicious, for the badge. Y'all help her out. Let's get 4 more badges on the gram. Understand me. He said, watch me work. Understand? So sometimes you just got to do it. You got to get out there and you got to do it. Understand me? And sometimes when you're doing it, you're going to be even challenging yourself because it ain't going to even make sense to self. Come on. Yes, sometimes it's going to be challenging to yourself because you yourself know that this don't even make no sense. Wait a minute, because I see that the ground is not right now. I see that it's not in season right now. I see everything that everybody else see. Do you know how much you got to really trust and believe in God for you to go against what you see and what you can touch was tangible to you in your own life, and you still say, I trust you. You still say, I'm going to do it anyway. You still say, I'm going to follow your lead. You still say that I'm going to lean not to my own understanding, but I'm going to lean towards you. I'm going to step out in faith when you see what it's saying on your own. You got to really be a believer to operate operate with that type of mindset. I see what my bank account say. I see what the doctor reports say. I see the charges that they got against me. I see what my children are going through. I see the state of everything, and you still got to do it anyway. Hey, yeah. Come here. I'm trying to get to the notes. We might not make these notes today. Hey, come here. Listen, he's out here and he's doing it anyway. Despite what's happening in his life, he's throwing the seeds to the ground anyway. He's still doing it anyway, even though it don't make no sense to Keisha. This thing don't make no sense. And guess what happened? At the appointed time in a famine, the Bible says that he became rich in a famine. Wait a minute. It says he became rich in a famine. He had to overflow. Thank you so much, Rashida. I appreciate you. I want you. Come on, Rashad. Don't run yet. I got more. Come back. They already running. It's a praise break. Just hold on a second. These folks over here don't worry. TikTok don't know how to handle word. Whenever they get word, they get to running up and down my virtual church. You see them running. You see the lady dancing. You see the organ. Just give them a second. They're going to come back in a minute. I'm going to talk to y'all real quick. They still in praise and worship over here. They don't know how to handle the word. They get a word and they take off. I need for you to fully wrap your mind around this. In a famine. In a famine. He became rich in a time where they said that everybody was struggling. Everybody was going through something. They had then counted everybody out and said that nobody could have this, and this, and the ground ain't gonna do this, and this. And this man went out there and dropped the seeds anyway, trusting and believing in what God had already said to him. Understand me, rich in a famine. What I'm telling you is that God will turn a situation around right in front of the folk that counted you out. Right there in front of the folk that said that you wouldn't make it, that you wouldn't be here. All right there in front of the folk that say that, oh yeah, you will never be able to come back from that. And if you walk away from me, how you gonna do this? And if you walk away from that, how you gonna do that? Oh yeah. People that try to hold you hostage, understand me, and try to become the person that was your enabler so that you was relying on them. Understand, needing their approval, their validation, their pats on the back. They put you in a place where they made you codependent on them, and now they hovering over you saying that you will never make it without me, that you can't survive without me, and that you need me to pay the bills, and you need me to take care of you, and you need me to make a way for you. And guess what God is saying? You won't need nobody but me. If you loose them and take up with me, understand me, greater is he, baby, understand me, than the whole entire world. When I get an alliance with you, when you get locked in with me, when you sign that spiritual contract with me, ain't nothing that none of these mere mortals could ever do that's going to stop what I'm going to do in your life. Understand me, I'll make the ground that is not supposed to be yielding any harvest in this season, I'll make it harvest. I'll make it overflow. I'll make it grow, and not just grow, I'll make it grow in abundance, baby. Understand me, did you not hear about my resume? Look what I did with Peter out there in the water. Understand me, fishing all day and all night. And what happened? He caught nothing. But once I got it, oh, come on, God. Hey, I'm sorry. Let me act right. I'm sorry, let me act right. Hey, I'm act right. Whew. Yeah, give me a second there. Let me walk around it one time. I'm coming back. Let me walk around it one time. Whew. Yeah. When I get in the boat. Hey, when I get in your boat. Hey, what you say? Let them in your boat. Yeah, let them in your boat. Yeah, when you'll feel what we feel when you let them in your boat. You mess around and let them in your boat, you will understand. Yeah, when you mess, hey, now, you mess around and let them in your boat, you will understand our excitement. If you let him inside your boat, you will understand our praise. You'll understand why we can't sit still right now. We trying to move on like y'all trying to move on, but we can't move on because the spirit too high. You got to give us a second. Because when you think about the boat and you think about what he done when he got in the boat, understand me, right? If you've been out there fishing all day and all night and you ain't caught nothing, hey, because he made old boy rich in a famine. He made land yield crop that wasn't supposed to be yielding no crop. Understand me? He had so much crop. I remember the story. I be reading. I want you to know he had so much crop that everything that he had. I'm going back to Peter. Don't play with me, David. I got to give you what God given me. Understand me? So now he had so much crop, y'all. He had so much crop that the folk got jealous of him. Sure enough, did. Hello, this ain't gossip. This gospel, baby. This ain't gossip. This is gospel. You can go over there, tiptoe on back over there in the Genesis, and you can find out about it. Hey, he had then grew so much crop in that famine and became rich in the famine that the folk that was over there saying that it wasn't going to happen for him, that he was making a fool out of himself, and that he was foolish, and that he was wasting his seeds, throwing his seeds on the ground like that, knowing that that ground was not going to reap nothing because the ground was unalive, and that they had been plagued, and it was a famine. All the same folk that said it would not happen, could not happen, that it was not possible. What happened? He went out there trusting and believing in the Most High God, following strict instructions, waited the appointed time, and then what, became rich in a famine, so rich in that famine that what, the folk around him got jealous of him. Yeah. Them folk got jealous on this journey. You're going to have to be prepared for some folk to get jealous of you. Hey now, say now, what you say? It's going to be some folk that's going to get real jealous of you, right? Yeah. See, it's okay. I wanted you to grow. I wanted you to grow a little bit, but I didn't want you to grow like that. I want you to have, but I didn't want you to have it like that. I wanted you to succeed, but I didn't know you was going to succeed like that. I wanted you to do this, but I didn't know you was going to do it like that. See, no. See, now you done surpassed the limitations that they placed on your life. They thought that you was just going to run a touchdown. They didn't know that you was going to win the whole entire game. They didn't know that what the word say. Somebody just say, put some word on it. I want to put some word on it. Can I put some word on it? They didn't know that they wanted you to get that, but they didn't know that you was going to get that like that. They didn't know you was going to do that and then do that like that. Understand me? They wasn't expecting the win like that. Understand me? Because the words say that once God is in your boat, once you're in alignment with the Most High, the words say that your wins will be coming what? On the heels of each other. That means that, that's in the word. I didn't make that up. That's in the scripture. It says that you will be winning and you can't stop winning. Understand me? That your wins will be on the heels of one another. That means every time that you put your foot up and put it back down, pick it up and put it back down, there will be a win after a win after a win after a win. You can't stop winning. Come on. I'm on day 4. I'm on day 4. I done doubled up my fast. I'm sorry, y'all. I done doubled up my fast. And anytime I start doubling up my fast and doubling up my physical workout and doubling up my meditation and the word be heavy. I can't get it off like that. And then I'm only live one time a day. When I do stuff like this, I have to do 2 times. I have to do 2 times because it be too heavy. And I have to go. I want you to see how that. See, I was okay. Your wins. The Bible says your wins will be coming on the heels of each other. That you can't stop winning. And then the Bible goes on to say, now I got more than enough. He says, now you have more than enough. He had so much that they began to be jealous of him. Understand me? So jealous of him that they ran him up out of there. He has to go. And then so jealous of you. Your growth and your development, your healing journey will cause some folk, understand me, the same folk that said that you couldn't do it, now will become people that are jealous and envious of you. Understand me? So much so that you got to get up out of there. And you cannot be afraid to leave. Understand? It's okay for you to outgrow certain people, outgrow certain situations. Everywhere that you at ain't gonna be your final destination. As long as you're working on yourself and your development, baby, understand me, don't get too complacent, don't get too comfortable, don't get too relaxed over there where you at, because you could be there today and then God will tell you it's time to uproot. It's time for you to pack your bags. It's time for you to come on and let's go. We're going to the next stop. You've already served your purpose here. You've already done everything that you were supposed to do here. Your assignment here has ended. When you are in alignment with Christ, it's just like you're working for a temporary service. Understand me? Yes, you have 90 days days to get this together. You have 60 days to get this together. This right here is a 6-month assignment. And when that assignment ends, you don't get to have an attitude. You don't get to be over there huffing and puffing. Why? Because you knew from the very beginning that this wasn't no permanent thing. When you're operating with the mindset of Christ and you're locked in with him, then you know that your assignment can change just like that. Yeah, just like that. And he ain't got time to be playing with you and your emotions. Sometimes you're going to have to leave everything that you had, every relationship that you built while you was there. You're going to have to leave all of that right there behind. That was only good for that assignment. Hello, somebody. Oh, yeah, somebody ain't going to like that. Somebody ain't going to like that, Christina. That was a little too deep. What you say? Yeah, you have to. Yeah. I try to tell y'all all the time, if you're not a part of my chosen family, then that's where you made your first mistake. Because I told y'all what? I want you to lose all ETs. I need you to free yourself from all ETs. EAs. I'm sorry. To loose yourself from all them EAs. You should not be operating with no EAs. What's your EA? An emotional attachment. Your emotional attachments. You have to free yourself from those things, because when you become emotionally attached to people, to places, to things, to situations, then guess what? When it's time for you to move on, when it's time for you to let that go, when it's time for you to get up out of there, then what happened? You can't. Why? Because you emotionally attached to it. You feel like you need it in order for you to survive. Understand me? You that became so codependent, so used to it being there and being attached to it, that if it's not there, you don't know how to function. If it's not there, you don't know how to move forward. If it's not there, you feel like everything is thrown off. Baby, the devil is a lie. If you up under me, loose it. Understand me? You have to let that there go. You ain't got no business out here with no EAs. Baby, everything that's in my life, you're here because I want you to be here. You are a big bonus in my life. I know how to live without you. If this here end, my life don't end. If I have to walk away from this, my life do not stop. I will still have joy. I will still have peace. I will still be successful. I will still be everything that God called me to be, with or without you. And that might sound harsh, but that's the reality of it. It might sound harsh, but I refuse to let any mere mortals, ain't a man or woman walking God's green earth, raw enough to separate me from the love of Christ. After I've experienced this peace, after I done experienced this joy, after I experienced what it's like to wake up every single day full and overflowing with, baby, I refuse. Understand me? I'm not going back through nothing that I've already been through. I'm not reliving nothing that I've already had to fast, had to pray, had to worship myself up out of. I'm not going back to none of that. I'm not interested in reconnecting, reviving, nothing. And I don't care what it is that you're going through in your life either. I'll pray for you from a distance, and I wish you well, and I hope that you got your life with Christ. But baby, there's no bedside redemption with your girl. Understand me? I left you alone for a reason. I cut ties with you for a reason. I got up out your face and out your way for a reason. So despite what you're going through in your life, that's unfortunate. I don't like that for you, and I hope that it get better. But if you think, oh no, I'm not, I'm gonna drink the water, call somebody else. You gotta get somebody else to do it, baby. You gotta get somebody else to do it. That ain't my assignment. Hey, you get somebody. You have to get somebody else to do it. Yeah, for sure, ski. You got to get. Yeah, for sure, ski. You have to get somebody else to do it. That right there. That ain't for me. That ain't for me. That right there. Understand me? When I walk out, I walked all the way out. Separate, all the way rated. Separate, all the way rated, all the way up out of there. And we cannot operate with those EAs. You cannot have these emotional attachments. Understand me? Because as long as you have those emotional attachments, one of the main reasons that I tell my people that those things are dangerous is why? Because those are the things that the enemy will play on. Those are the things that the enemy will lead you astray with. Right there. Your emotional attachments, your inner desires, the things that you hoard on the inside of you. Understand me? The things that sit in the inside of you, he will play on those things. He know how you feel about those things. He know the lengths that you're willing to go for those things. So you're not led astray by nobody else. You're led astray by your own EA, baby, your own emotional attachments, the things that's inside of you that you still desire. This is the reason why you have to shut that down. When Paul spoke of it, he says there's a member that's going to work in the inside of me. It's more that I know that this is not the right thing thing to do. I know what to do, and I also know what not to do. But that thing, I have to keep shutting it down. I have to keep denouncing it. I have to keep binding it up. Understand me? I have to keep going at it, because the more that I know what to do, the more that I'm not supposed to do, the more that it try to push its way up. That innermost desire is always going to come and surface. This is why you have to shut down, disassociate yourself from those EAs, those emotional attachments, because that is nothing but the way that the enemy is going to penetrate and lead you astray. Because once he get in, he in. Because once he get in, he in. He became rich in the famine. So rich that the same folk that counted him out is now jealous of him, envious of him, intimidated by him. So much so that he had to get up out of there. Why? Because he had so much. He was sticking out like a sore thumb. You didn't outgrew that place. You didn't outgrew the family. You didn't outgrew the relationship. You didn't outgrew the friendship. You didn't outgrew the job. Understand me? Some folk looking at you like, oh yeah, baby, it's no disrespect at all. I don't want, I'm not arrogance, not cockiness at all. None of that, baby. This right here, what you're seeing, this is God work. This is God for this. And the truth of the matter is, I went from being the program, from being a part of the program, to actually being the program. The moment, so when you say, oh, you think you bigger than the program, I do. I do. Yes, baby. I went from being a part of the program to actually being the program. Understand me? The moment that I became in alliance with the Most High God, now I'm locked in. Understand that I'm locked in with the Creator, which now makes me a what? A co-creator. Now I'm a co-creator. Now I'm up here with my God. Understand me? So I'm not taking direction from folks out here, from the mere mortals. I'm not taking guidance from the mere mortals. I'm not out here looking for their approval or their validation or their pats on the back or their green lights or their go ahead and do it. Now all I do, I seek his face. Understand me? I align my life with the word of God, and I make sure that every little step I take, I make sure that it's in alignment with his will. And as long as I'm doing that, then guess what happens? That word becomes a what? A lamp to my feet. That's in the scripture. That's not coach. That's word. Y'all told me to put word on it. So now every step that I take is lit up. Understand me? Because that word is now the lamp of my feet. So I see exactly where I'm going. I understand where I'm going. I understand what it is I'm doing. I am operating in purpose, living in purpose, and I'm doing it all on purpose. I'm doing it all on purpose. Rich in a famine. The ones that counted him out is now jealous and envious, intimidated by him. He's outgrown it, so we gotta go. So every relationship that he built when he was in that position, he has to be willing to sever ties with those individuals. He has to be willing to walk away from those individuals. Why? Because this is not in alignment with the assignment. I got to get my stuff and I got to get up out of here. Understand me? And that's the same thing that he did with Peter, right? So we know that he can cause the ground to give a harvest, right? So I'm going to make this move. Ooh, the way you dropping it. Give me a second. I got to go from here to here. You know what I'm saying? It's, when you're a tool of the Most High, he just be dumping stuff on you, and you like, wait a minute, let me get through this. I got to get through this to get to that. The boss is all, wait a second, wait, right? So now I'm gonna get to him. Hold on, let me show you something. Hey, this is crazy right now. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I feel crazy right now. Listen, so now we are seeing how he did what? Now we're seeing how he controls the land, right? And now all of the stuff then came from the land, right? We see that, right? He got all of the harvest that's then came from the land. He threw the seeds on the ground. The seeds took root, and now this man has an overflow. But now we go to the water real quick. We're going from the land to the water. Some of y'all already ready to dance because y'all already know where I'm going. Look at her taking off running. Hold on a minute. Now, hold on. Right now we go to the water. Now, Peter is out there. He's been out there fishing both day and night. He ain't caught not nothing. But the moment that Jesus get in the boat and he go back out there, Peter is doing the same thing that Isaac was doing. And Isaac looking at the land and saying that I see what this land is doing. I've been out here and I know it ain't harvest. I know we're in a famine. I know this ain't working. This is Peter having an Isaac moment as well. He like, I've been out here. I am a fisherman. Understand this. I've been out here and I ain't caught nothing all day. But if you say so, let's go. Now they go out there, right? And when they get out there, what happened? He did the same thing with the water, out there in the water, that he did on dry land. So then, well, wait a minute, what you say? The scripture say, not what I said. That ain't coach, that's word. They told me put word on it. The scriptures say that he controls what happens on the earth and in the waters and in the heavens. And we can even ask him why he did what he done. That he is in full control over what happens in the earth, what happens in the water, and also what happens in heaven. That he has full reign. Understand me, that this is all his stuff. And you can't ask me what I'm going to do with my stuff. That right there, and coach, that's a word. It's in there. It's in the book. I'm telling you. So now we see that that word is in fact truth, because now we saw what happened with Isaac with the harvest, and now we're seeing what was happening with Peter out there in the water. They both got they got what? Overflow. They both got overflow in a time where there was not supposed to be anything. Understand me. They both got overflow in a time where everybody was standing around them, mocking them and counting them out and saying they weren't capable, that they wasn't able. Both of them was the same two people, right? Different stories, different times, and different places in the Bible, but it's still the same. Isaac had people out there laughing and poking and looking at him and thinking that he was crazy. Peter was on the run. He had a bunch of debt. Him catching that fish, he needed that to pay off his debt. And if he didn't catch enough, then guess what? He was going to jail. Understand me. He had a bounty on him. Peter was out here, and he had people that was waiting to take him out. He had people that was waiting to throw chains on him. Understand me. This is a situation that they were in. This is what they were both facing. So Peter going out there, doing what he done, got an overload, came back. Understand me. Peter didn't even go pay off his debt. His partner went and paid off the debt for him. His partner went and did everything that needed to be taken care of on Peter's behalf. And Jesus told Peter what? He says, hey, you follow me. Understand me. The same way that Isaac had to leave where he was because he was bigger than that program now. It's the same way Peter had to leave that boat, even though he was a trained fisherman, because now he is what? He's bigger than that program now. And it's okay. But when you become bigger, you got to start walking out. You got to leave that. You were supposed to be bigger. You were supposed to grow. You were supposed to evolve. You're not supposed. You think you're supposed to do all this work on yourself and then still remain the same individual? Baby, that's not how this works. They both left. That note that took us all the way out on the front porch was God would turn the situation around right there in front of everybody that counted you out. Right there. The only way that you're going to be defeated is if you accept defeat. The only way that you're going to be defeated is if you accept defeat. Understand me. You are victorious. You are a winner. You are a conqueror. Understand me. You are more than enough. Everything that you need to be able to succeed, everything that you need to be able to grow, to evolve, to accomplish your mission, God has already given to you. Understand me. He has already given that to you already. Every tool that you're going to need to be able to build, to be able to do what you need done, he's going to always supply what? All of your needs. He's already supplied your need, and he's given it to you without your awareness. Understand me, you didn't even know that it was there. Every day that you wake up, there's grace and there's mercy. Everything that you need to be able to fit that day. Every obstacle is already won. Every trial already won. Every dark hour, understand me, it's only but a time. The daylight is most definitely coming, and we know this already, right? You're knowing that you're going to face a trial. You know you're going to face a tribulation. You know you're going to experience hardship, because what? That's what purpose will do. The next note, the third note I gave y'all yesterday was your purpose will put you in a dark hour. When you're operating in purpose, you're going to experience some middle seasons. When you're operating in purpose, you're going to experience some middle seasons. It's going to get dark over there. Understand me? It's going to get dark. It's going to get trying. It's going to be some stuff that's going to be happening. When you're operating in purpose, one thing that you got to know, that you got to fully wrap your mind around, is that you're going to experience some stuff in your life. Understand me? Because you're going to feel like, man, I can't believe that I'm here. Believe it. Understand me? But also believe that you're coming out. Believe that you are there. I am there. Understand me? Even though I'm here, I also know that I'm coming out. This is a stage, not a state. Understand me? I gotta go through what I gotta go through to get to where it is that I'm trying to go in my life. Understand me? And you're gonna have to endure it, right? You're gonna have to endure it. And you endure that when you are in Christ, in alignment with Christ, when you're locked in with Him, you wait different. Understand me? You struggle different. Everything about you is set up so different. Your purpose will put you in a dark place. And just know that you're coming out. And the reason why we experience these moments in our life is why? So that God can show that He's God. We experience these moments so that God can show that He's God. Because when you come out of that, it's going to be undeniable. There's no way she could have fought her way out of that. There's no way her strength could have brought her out of that. There's no way that he could have finessed his way out of that. There's no way he could have bamboozled his way out of that. That right there, to beat that situation, to survive that situation, to come back from that situation, that's nobody but God. That right there is supernatural. That right there had to be something that God done in that individual's life. That's nobody but God, because can't nobody do what they done and still be able to walk. There's nobody that can do what they done and still have their right mind. There's no way that somebody can do what they was out there doing and then be walking around here all happy, happy, joy, joy, and healthy as all get out. That's nobody but God. Your purpose will put you in some dark hours so that God can showcase that He's still God. No matter what that situation look like. No matter what that situation looks like. He's like, I'm still God, and I'm going to still get the last laugh. Laugh now, but they going to cry later. They chest going to hurt later. Their chest going to be real heavy later. Them shoulders going to get real slouched later. Them faces going to be balled up later. They going to cry. Ooh, baby, they going to cry big tears later. When they see what I'm about to do in your life, when they see how I'm about to open up the door, when they see like I'm going to flood out the whole entire thing for you, when they see that I'm about to give you overflow, when they see the abundance that I'm about to give to you, I'm not going to sprinkle it on you. I'm going to endow you with it, baby. I'm going to pour it all up over you. Understand me? When they see what I'm about to do in your life, when they see that right there, that's going to be it. That's going to be it. That right there, that's going to be the finisher. But I need for you to stay the course. I need you to stay in alignment. I need you to follow the assignment, not the people. I need for you to stay focused. I don't need you to be pulled to the left, pulled to the right. I need your eyes to be front. I need you to have those blinders on, those spiritual blinders. I need for you to trust me the same way Job trusted me. Understand me? When his emotional attachment looked at him and say, why don't you just curse your God and become unalive? And he says, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Understand me? Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Though who slay him? The adversary. Who is he going to trust? God. Though he slay me, who's slaying him? The adversary. Though he slay me, who's slaying him? The adversary, the attacks of the enemy. He's slaying me. He slaughtered my animals. He took away my children. Understand me? Now he's infected my wife. Though he slay me, who am I going to trust? I'm going to trust him. God don't slay us. God don't hurt us. God don't tempt us. Understand me? That's not in his character. That's not in his makeup. Understand me? That's not in who he is. He says, even when you being slayed, even when you're going through the most, if you keep your eyes on me, you're going to survive the slaying. Understand me? Though you're going through the toughest times of your life, if you keep your eyes on me, you're going to survive those tough times. That's what I need you to do. The same way my son came down and my son was whipped. And guess what? He still stood strong. I need you to do that. The same way he went to the cross, I need you to be prepared to go to the cross. The same way he had to be talked about, he had to be judged, he had to be falsely accused. I need for you to know that that's going to happen to you as well. And when it's happening to you, I need you to do the same thing that he done. What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? He cried out to me. I need you to cry out to me. I need you to seek me. I need you to stay in alignment with me. I need you to operate with that level of Christ conscious. Because you're not going to be exempt. As much as we want to say that you ain't going to do it, you're not going to be exempt. You're not going to be exempt. You're going to go through it too. You're going to experience that too. Understand me. And when you do, you got to be locked in. I'm talking about you got to be super focused. Your purpose will put you in a dark hour. Understand the next note that I gave y'all yesterday was your purpose will have you thinking that you've done something wrong, looking for a problem within yourself. But purpose, understand me. Yeah, purpose, it brings what? It brings three things. I gave y'all those three things. It says your purpose will have you thinking that you're doing something wrong. Your purpose will have you thinking that you done something wrong. Understand me. Why? Because of what it is that you're going through. But God is, but in that situation, it's nothing that you done wrong. You're operating in purpose. And while you in there, when you got your eyes fixed on Christ and you're in alignment with him, it's three things that's happening to you in that moment. You're being what? It's preparation, it's refinement, and it's sharpening. It's preparation, it's refinement, and it's sharpening. It's preparation, it's refinement, and it's sharpening. Those three things are taking place while you're in there. And if you know anything about preparation, you already know that preparation, yes, understand me, it's trying. When you're going through preparation stage of anything, it's trying. You building up your endurance. You got to push yourself to the limits that you ain't even know that you had. You got to go outside your way. Sometimes you got to have early mornings. You have to have late nights. You have to follow a strict schedule. You have to really get yourself in alignment for that thing, right? It's preparation. It's very much, it's trying. It tests you like none other. That refinement, understand me, but when you buffing something out, it's also what? Uncomfortable, because you're getting out all the blur and you're making sure that it's crystal clear. You're making sure that it's shining really bright, that people can see it from afar. Refinement, it ain't easy. Sharpening, when you sharpen something, that's uncomfortable as well. If you ever seen anybody when they sharpening something, it's shaving away the dull parts to make it smaller, to make it more skinnier, so that it can do the job. Understand me, sometimes you're going to have to get sharpened. It's going to be some cutting away that's going to have to happen in your life. Understand me, it's going to be some stuff that you're going to have to free yourself from. Understand me, so preparation, refinement, and sharpening is happening during this time. And these are things that you have to be prepared for, right? These are things that you have to be prepared for. And I don't know why God took us back through all of that, but I'm so glad that he did. Oh my God. Oh my, I am. Man, listen, that was it right there. I need y'all to do me a favor. Go ahead and double tap on the screen. Double tap on the screen, all of that. We go ahead and get us up to 175. I think we can go ahead and make our 2K. Yeah, she talking about me too. I'm talking about like gave us a whole nother story. 2 other stories. Listen, took us all the way out to something else. We wasn't even talking about that boy Isaac today. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't even supposed to be on that boy Isaac today. Double tap on the screen. Let's go ahead and reach our 2K. Let's go ahead on our 200K. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and make our 200K. We at 150. If it's tight but it's right, if you getting what you need this morning, if you're motivated, inspired, or even got some correction on today, double tap on that screen. Let's get some love going. Can we get 5 badges on the gram? Let's get 5 badges on the gram real quick. Double tap on the screen if it's tight but it's right. Like, wait a minute, I like what's going on here. I like what's going on here. If we got any new people, this is Morning Walk Word and Worship. This is where we give it up every single day, Tuesday through Friday, starting at 8:10 a.m. 8:10 a.m. Friends say, I got my confirmation. I know that's right. If you getting what you need, and make sure you come every single day, Tuesday through Friday. Bring your notepad, bring your ink pen, your black ink pen, your red ink pen, and your highlighter, right? And always leave a space in between your sheets, because I do what I did today, not knowing that I'm going to do it, and I go back over these notes, and y'all will end up with new information to go with those notes. I gave these notes yesterday, and it then became a whole nother message for today. it just happened like that. We ain't got no control over the flow. We have no control over the flow. We just come in and we got to do what we got to do. She said, I'm so happy I followed you a few months ago. I'm happy you did too. Yes, yeah. If you are not following me, make sure you hit that follow button. I'm trying to get to 1.3 million. I'm at 1.2 million right now. I'm trying to reach that 1.3 million over there on TikTok. Y'all go ahead and push me up. If you're not following me, make sure you hit that follow button. If you have not subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe as well. All 3 platforms, make sure y'all hit that subscription button, because we have boot camp on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have boot camp, and my boot camp is very informative. If you like morning walk and worship, you gonna love boot camp. That's when we break down all the information, man. I absolutely love it. If you are not a part of the Chosen family, click the link in my bio, stroll to where it says mental health support group. Get up in there expeditiously. Get in there expeditiously. Why? Because that Thursday night class, we teach on mental health and spiritual health and the importance of having them both. We dissect spiritual books. We also dissect mental health books. So get in there. That was a lot to say. Get up in there. Get up in there. Oh yeah, listen, I'm running a whole school right now. And didn't even know it until yesterday. I didn't even realize it until yesterday, to be honest with you. I'm running a whole school right now. And I never really paid it no attention. I just get up and do what God called me to do. And I was working out. And in the process of me working out, I realized that I have everybody going to school every day. Morning walk and worship is Tuesday through Friday, where they bring their notebooks and they get their notes and their information. They get their scriptures to go back and read and all of that. And then on Monday night, I have boot camp, which has each month, right, has its own topic that I break down thoroughly. Give them all this information, and also comes with a Q&A where they're able to come on screen and give me feedback, ask questions and whatnot. So they have a Monday night class, right? They have a Thursday night class, and then they have morning classes Tuesday through Thursday. I never paid it no attention. It's dust now. I never paid it no attention. But yes, this is what we do. Running a whole school and never paid it no attention. Crystal Spencer, yes, I got all of that going on. I got all of that going on, and I never jump online and be like, come to my class or do this and do that, you know what I mean? I just be like, when I'm on my live videos, I just be like, y'all come to class, y'all do this and do that. I don't know, I think that when, friends said, wait a minute, because we be in devotion, and devotion be fire. You right. I also have devotion. Excuse me, y'all. I also have devotion every single morning. I have devotion every single morning. And every morning at 7:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am live on 3 platforms with devotion that starts out with scripture, a prayer, positive affirmation, and meditation. Do you know how many people right now are trained? They are able to meditate. When they first started coming to class, wasn't able to meditate. The silence was too loud, had too much going on in their life. And some of them was even taught, coming from where they come from, that meditation, they were not supposed to do that. That was witchcraft and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And now learning the importance of, stillness and what it provides for your mental health, allowing your mind to decompress and relax for a moment, to slow down the thoughts, right? Learning how to do that. They do this every single morning now. Every single morning have gone from not being able to meditate to meditating. You know what I'm saying? People who are coming from not using planners to now utilizing their planners. Why? Because they're getting away from the feeling of being overwhelmed and overworked and not having a good quality of life. So when they're using their planners now, training to use the planners now, that's a part of their homework assignment, right? Using their planners, it helps organize your day. And it also gives you that time back to spend with your family, to spend with your kids, to spend with yourself, right? Journaling, being able to sit down and really express your thoughts, getting it out there on paper. Because once you put it out there on paper and you see it right there in black and white, then you know what it is that you're dealing with, right? Now you can't pretend to not know. Now that you have it out here, now create a plan. How am I going to fix this? How am I going to move away from this? How am I going to make this thing better? Like, all of these things are things that I'm teaching every single day. Every single day, 7 days a week. And never paid it. I was like, they in school. Like, you know what I mean? And I do notice, I tell them to bring their 3-ring binder. I told everybody to go get their binder and their dividers and stuff like that. I know that. But, you know what I'm saying? Just thinking about it yesterday, I was like, man, this is like the school that you never graduate from. This is the school that you go to, and it's a forever learning environment, a forever growing environment. And what we do is, as each person is evolving in life, growing and healing in life, right? They just start stepping out and doing things that they want to do. Still connected. And whatever it is that they're doing, they bring it to the group. Hey, coach, at the next event, do you think I can do this? Hey, coach, at the next event, you think I can do that? You know what I'm saying? How cool is that? For my retreat, I got 3 people from my chosen family that are actually going to be speaking at my retreat. 3. Talking about being a mentor. That's absolutely amazing, right? Because that's what you're supposed to do as a teacher. You are to train them to a place where they're able to stand up and do certain things, right? Breaking out of that mold, especially when you're allowing people to utilize their voices who haven't been utilizing their voices before. People who were not, vocal people that would stand up in front of a crowd and actually speak. People who have not been the type of people that want to share their testimony, but now standing up in front of everybody, sharing their testimony, telling their truth. That's amazing. I love it here. I love it here. So I just wanted to tell y'all, I absolutely love you guys, man. I think that God has already done what God is going to do on this beautiful morning. I'm going to let them go ahead and reach their goal over there, and we're going to get up out of here. And I guess I'm going to get back in Lazarus on tomorrow. I'm one of those people, man. When I feel like God has already done his thing, he's done his thing. And one thing about me is I don't like to be self-led. I don't like to be self-led. And if I was to go into the rest of this would just be me going into this because I have the notes to do so. What God wanted you guys to have, he's already given you guys this morning. Me going back over those notes was not in my plan. Not in my plan to go through those notes. Not in my plan to tell you guys those stories. I believe in allowing God, spirit-led. You guys are his people. Understand me? So when I get that, that's just that. That's the word for today. That's the word for today. Man, listen, that was absolutely amazing because I feel so full right now. So on tomorrow, the plan for tomorrow now, I'm telling you, we got a plan. So yesterday we went over John chapter 11, and we went over verses 17 through 35. We ended at Jesus wept, right? 17 through 35 is what we read on yesterday. And today we were supposed to start at 36 and go from 36 all the way down. That did not happen clearly. However, we're going to get into that on tomorrow, if God's will. If it's God's will, then we're going to get into that on tomorrow. But right now, today, I want you guys just to walk away and allow the word that God gave us just to sit in your spirit. That was absolutely amazing. I love when he show up and just take over everything. But for those of you that want to go ahead and get caught up, friends say church. If for those of you that want to get caught up so you can be where we are, it's John chapter 7, and you can start at go from 17 to 35, so you will know what we've already read, and then be prepared to go from 36 on down on tomorrow for Fiery Friday. I love you guys, man, so much, man, and I just want to tell you guys, to have a beautiful, beautiful day. Remember what I told you, man. If you don't take nothing else away from this, take this right here away. God is going to have the last laugh. It doesn't matter what you're dealing with right now in your life. It doesn't matter how bad it might look in your life. God is always going to have the last laugh. And he will turn a situation around right there where you stand. Thank you so much, Kim, for the CA this morning. I want you to know that right there where you stand, God can turn that situation all the way around for you in front of everybody that said that you could not do it, you would not do it, you would not make it. None of that matters. God doesn't need their acceptance. He doesn't need their approval or their go ahead for him to do what he's going to do in your life. They can dig ditches. They can talk bad about you. They can do all of that and you can still win. And sometimes you have to understand that your purpose will put you in a dark hour. You will experience a time in your life where you feel like this is the worst day ever, worst week ever. But you do what? Remember at that same time that when you're going through what you're going through, refinement, preparation, sharpening, these things are happening in that moment. Think about Isaac throwing his seed on a ground that they said was not healthy ground, that the ground was no good, that he wasn't going to grow anything. And what happened with Isaac? Isaac became wealthy in a famine. Understand me, so wealthy that what? That the people that was out there that was judging him in one season, now they jealous of him. They went from judging him to now being jealous of him, being envious of him, because how you were able to do it and we wasn't able to do it. It's going to be some of them folks in your life too. And Peter had that same exact experience, right? Peter got people standing out there, got a bounty on his whole head. And now he goes out there, they've been out there all that time. And then Jesus get in the boat and that situation changed. And I'm not going to turn this right here loose. It's just the fact that we just read this in devotion where he says that he controls what happens on the heavens, what happens in the earth, what happens in the water. And none of us are able to question what it is that he do. And now for us to get on here this morning and give confirmation to what that devotion was, we just read that in devotion. We just talked about that. Understand me? And he made the ground do what he wanted to do. He made the water do what he wanted it to do. Understand me? It yield, both of them yield exactly what these individuals needed just to give him glory. That's absolutely amazing. I'm going to think on that all day. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm going to think, I'm going to think on that all day long because, I mean, hey, it's something about that. It's something about that it's something about that'll teach, baby. It's so much left into that. It's so much left into that because I'm thinking about how wealthy Isaac was. Well, you know what I'm saying? Because they said he became that rich. But just think about all the fish that Peter also caught. I'm trying to leave, but all the fish that Peter caught. Just think about if when he would have went and turned all that fish in. All his debt is now paid. Now Peter's wife ain't got to be over there struggling and arguing with him back and forth about money no more because now they got overflow. And then for Jesus to turn around and tell him, you no longer going to be a fisherman of fish, but you're going to be a fisherman of men. Not only did I get all my debt paid, all my bills paid off and everything taken care of that I put myself in. What you say? Because we can't, I'm telling y'all, it's so meaty. That right there is so meaty because Peter actually put himself in this situation. Peter was going through what he was going through because of himself. Understand me? Peter is not, this ain't nothing that somebody else. Peter was out there gambling. Peter was out there doing stuff he ain't had no business doing, which is what got him in debt to begin with, right? So what I'm saying to you is, some of the stuff that you're going through is self-inflicted. You caused that on yourself. You brought that drama. You brought that chaos. You brought that dysfunction to your life. You did that. And God is still saying, and I don't care. Still my child. I love it. I know they did that. I know they did that. They bought that, but they're still mine. Right there. But it's still mine. Come here. And you know how mothers is about their kid? I know that he was wrong. I know she was wrong. I know, but I still got their back. When I get them home, I'm going to take care of what I got to take care of when I get home. I ain't got to discipline my child in front of you. I ain't got to discipline my child in front of you. And I ain't got to tell you what I'm going to do with my child neither. The conversation that I got with my child is between me and my child. What I deal with my child, that's going to be between me and my child. That ain't got got nothing to do with all the rest of y'all. Y'all know how we is as parents. I know that's how I am. I got your back until we get to the house. And when we get to this house, oh baby, you know it's on, baby. Understand? Because why did you go out there and do that? Understand? This is how God is with us. He put himself in it. And I said that to say to anybody. If you was over there counting yourself out saying that I did this to myself and I'm the reason why I'm in this and I'm the reason why I'm in that, God don't care nothing about none of that. You still can be forgiven. You can still walk out of here a winner. You can still walk out of here a winner. You can still walk out of here, understand me, with your head high, your chest up. You can still walk up out of here, understand me, and there's still grace and there's still mercy and there's still forgiveness for you. I want you to know that more than anything, that God still loves you and still welcomes you. Understand me, and those of us who operate with the mindset of Christ, we love you too. We love you too, and we welcome you too. Understand me, you are more than welcome and you are more than seen, heard, and we see your worth and your value. Baby, you can come back from anything and it doesn't matter what you've gone through. We don't care nothing about the skeletons that's in your closet. Matter of fact, if you need us to help you sweep it up out of there, we will help you sweep it up out of there, and it won't be no judgment, because some of us, we had our own skeletons, we had our own struggles, our own stuff that we had to go through as well. Baby, we ain't got no judgment to pass on you. Understand me, when you're operating with the mindset of Christ, baby, that ain't how you operate. I'm not here to bash you. Not here to belittle you, not here to make you feel bad. I'm here to make you feel loved. I'm here to make you feel accepted. I'm here to make you feel celebrated and appreciated, seen and valued. That's why I'm here. I'm not here to send you to hell. I'm not here to condemn you. I'm not here to speak fire and brimstone over your life. I'm here to tell you that to operate with the mindset of Christ is to operate with the spirit of love, because God is love. And whatever God is going to do in your life, he's going to do it in your life in his time. And his time and my time ain't the same. So whatever it is that you got going on, my job is to love you in spite of it, to teach you in spite of it, to embrace you in spite of it. And when God want to deliver you, when God want to change your life, when God want to move how he gonna move in your life, that's between you and God. That ain't got nothing to do with me, your pastor, your bishop, your apostle, or nobody else for that matter. Let's just be real about it. Yeah, they don't know what God gonna do in your life, and he might be keeping you in the season that you in right now, because it's people that you need to reach on that level. He might still have you living like how you living right now, because it's people that you need to reach on that level. I can't change you just yet, because if I change you, then that's gonna change everything that I got attached to you. So I'm going, everything that he's doing strategically planned. He does what predetermined is a predetermined plan that he got in place. Understand me? So that's what we follow, and we're not following these people, these mere mortals that try to tell us to do this and tell us to do that. And you got, we don't do none of that. You ain't get none of that over here. If you looking for that, this the wrong place. You ain't get none of that over here. Baby, I accept folk for who they are. How Mary J say, please accept me for who I am, or have nothing. Oh yeah, accept me for who I am. You ain't gonna have nothing at all, baby. That's it. That's all. I like me some Mary J. I really do. I'm trying to tell you. I know. Hey, listen. I know. But I'm an evangelist and everything. But I love me some Mary J. And I love me some little baby. To know me is to know I love me some little baby. I do. I sure enough do. I love me some little baby, and I love me some Mary J. Them two things, them two people I love, I do. It says repeat the scripture, John 11, baby. John 11, read the full chapter. Read the full chapter. I do. Them two, I do. I turn me on some little baby in a minute, y'all. I do. It's something about that young boy that I love. I love his songs. I love his songs. Like it be, and I think it's just from where I come from. You know what I'm saying? It's relatable. It's from where I come from. And it motivates me to see somebody come from nothing and then all of a sudden is able to live this big life and enjoy their life and being able to be a really good parent and, taking care of their children and stuff like that. I like that. I like that type of carrying on. I do. I like that. I love a good old underdog story. I really do. When people come out on top, that people count it out, I love it. Like, just to see them flourish in life is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I love you guys, man. Every single day that you wake up, I think I did this already, but I ain't sure. Every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because there's no love like self-love. And you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. Of course, it's your favorite online motivational speaker, life coach, and evangelist. It's your girl, Street Poet. I'll see you guys soon. I love you guys. Let's get it. I love you guys, man. Y'all be good.